And any second now, there we go. You should be live. Definitely didn't forget to check my microphone and audio levels before this, but oh well, we should be fine. Just gonna make sure YouTube is actually caught up. And there we go. So, as this week's title implies, I have an American cruiser to spade, so why not do that, whilst we're still waiting on the next update. Still got USS Tennessee to unlock, so I might as well. And if I manage to spade Roanoke in a decent time, I might just jump over to the American battleships. But it being a 6.0 cruiser, I somehow doubt I'll be able to spade it tonight. Tempted to use a booster, but let's just wait and see. Also, let's change this task because I'm not playing destroyers at the moment. We'll see what that does. And let's just jump right into it. And there we go, our first battle of the night. Black Sea port is not terrible, especially an encounter version of it can be quite fun. Although that is if I don't have to face battleships, which I most likely will. Don't have multiple spawn points. Small match. At least that's good. I don't have the actual AP shell unlocked yet, but base fused is decent enough against cruisers, I think. So let's just spawn and see what happens. And there's an enemy Nassau. Or at least I'm assuming it's a Nassau. Yeah, it is touching wood because I haven't actually been ammo wrecked in Roanoke yet, even whilst fighting enemy battleships. It's mostly just crew kills. But at these kind of... I was also very close range during my previous engagements. But I do not like my odds this time around. Now, what I'm going to do, because I am a cruiser in a battleship match, is just farm the AI. And I want to be careful of the route my teammates might make. See, my squadron mate is also playing at Roanoke. Yeah, I'm anticipating the ship to not be the greatest. I have played it a bit, but that was a while ago. Luckily, a lot of AI means that I should be able to do some damage at least. Kinda want to switch focus to the American heavy cruiser. And just keep firing. My week's been pretty good. I've had an average week, had a long weekend last weekend. And this weekend just for more stuff. I've been redoing my office space, so to speak, or my recording space. New desks, new monitor setup. It's been very nice. It's a player cruiser. I might actually want to deal with him first. Yeah, I've got some... Ooh, lovely. Got a fire detonation on Northampton. And I've got some pretty fun plans coming up ahead. Or the near future, I should say. Yeah, I've had a pretty good week. I will say though, I have not been playing a lot of Naval recently. I've actually been playing a bit more low tier ground stuff and a bit of air. Rather than Naval. I'm gonna switch my gunners to air only. I don't really want to fight or shoot at surface targets with the 76s. Well, I'm getting shot from over there by a player in a Italian destroyer. Well, if he wants my attention, he can get it. I see another destroyer over there backing up behind an island to the right of my screen, which seems to be a Moffat type ship. He's going to keep an eye out on that sector. I think I'm actually getting shot with an SKR. Shadow went down by the friendly Dante, which is great. And there goes the SKR. Deal with the flooding I've got going on. Some AA guns are knocked out, but it's fine. Let's actually activate my radar at this point. I don't really need the gunnery information. But I do kind of need to know if there's an aircraft coming or not, and whether or not I should repair. Surprised I actually do have the arc to shoot over this island, but I'm not complaining about that, that's for sure. Okay, that was the trunk now I was shooting at. That's fine. There's a polar about. Now I want to get a bit closer to the convoy, and I see the Moffat still firing over there. So I need to keep that in the back of my head. Back of my mind. I don't really know what the saying is, but I will. There's more AI boats to shoot at. As well as quite a few player cruisers over there, I think. But let's worry about those later. You just need to be careful that I keep track of what I'm being shot by. Because if it's an AI ship shooting me, I'm not that worried, but if a player cruiser starts opening up on me, I do need to shoot back. Seems our Dante has been dealing some, well, has shot a cargo ship. There's an enemy coastal out and about. Where is he? There. He's launching torpedoes my direction, I believe. I turn left around this little island to deal with the Moffat and the coastal vessel. There we go. And now we open up on his Moffat. Seems to barely be safe behind that island. If he's gonna keep reversing, I might actually get a shot on him. But he isn't. And it seems I'm gonna hit this island. Maybe I'll glance off of it. Kind of. Yeah, Viking, did you see that leak? What ship was it again? A Tiger? HMS Tiger, the battle cruiser? I saw that pass on my Discord server as well, and it would be incredibly funny if it was another event capital ship. Though I don't think it'll be a 7-0. That's what I want to do, just keep that Moffat suppressed. We still have that Dante going. Wait, shooting at the cruisers, I think. Okay, that is more dangerous. That was the battleship shooting me. I think. Or is it the Polar shooting me? A little bit overexposed at the moment. Did quite a bit of crew damage as well. Okay, yeah, now I'm getting shot at by their player cruisers too, I think. Choices. Which do I shoot? I kinda want to just get rid of that destroyer. He's still hiding behind an island. So that Hipper probably should be my next target. Oop. I got hit by Omaha. This should be fine. Keeping a close eye on my radar to see if I get any aircraft spawn. We are well ahead of tickets, so I'm not that concerned about the convoy at the moment. However, that Moffat is moving out again. He's still behind the island. So let's shoot at the AI SKR instead. And I see that the Moffat is actually trying to shoot me. It actually might have the better firing arcs for to hit me, but there we go, got another hit on him. Seems I can actually arc over the island as well now. And those are some very good fires on the enemy ship. SKR has been dealt with. I am getting shot by cruisers though, I think. Let's keep up this fire against the Moffat. Because I think he's actually reversed too far, almost. Maybe. Some of my shots are going over, but not doing an awful lot of damage. He's going too far forward again. For his own good. Come on, Charles. I might actually just swap to the VT for more, or less penetration actually, and maybe some more surface damage. It seems he'll just be going back and forth. Who is that? It's not a name I recognize, but they're playing the ship well in this situation. That's for sure. I think I'm in the shallows at the moment, so I need to steer out of that. Moffat is committing and I am actually running aground. This is not great. I want to keep turning right. Swap to the VT to maybe knock out his front turrets. There we go, finally. Not liking the fact that I've actually grounded myself though. And I should have known. Yeah, I need to back up and then go around. Let's do that. I need to go on the other side of that ship, really, and then stay going that way. Can I get myself unstuck? I didn't think I can. I think I'm properly stuck. Yep, no, there we go, reversing a bit. Little by little. Luckily I can still shoot stuff. Hello there, sample. You have joined me at a great time as I've beached myself. With seemingly little hope of actually getting out of here.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact bearing. 3,000 meters. Light cruiser. Contact bearing. 340. 12,000 meters. Enemy hit. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Sure.
I really wish those depth lines were a bit clearer.
Engines. All back.
But also should have known that these were shallows. You know, by the sunk ship almost there.
Go ahead.
There is an aircraft up. All my guns are functional. It is a Helldiver, I think. No, that's a Stuka, isn't it?
Ship aground. Lost. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Low AA.
It's flying away.
Light.
Or my radar just doesn't want to lock it.
Contact bearing. 340. 8,000 meters.
Engines. All stop. Pull right over.
Right arm rudder. Aye aye.
Target identified. Bomber.
Contact bearing. 260. 11,000 meters.
How do I get out of here?
Obstacle
I think I've actually kind of lost in power to myself.
We have been critically damaged. Ship aground.
Oh well.
Low SAP.
I can see what I need to see from this position. Just have to be careful I don't actually run myself aground with the timer.
Alert. Obstacle ahead.
And keep a close eye on his radar, because that Stuka has gone somewhere.
7,000 meters. Target. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Alert. Obstacle ahead. Enemy destroyed. Direct hit.
Seems I might actually make it out of here.
Aye aye. Enemy hit. Alert. Obstacle ahead.
Need to get those, or keep those guns on target. And these Stuka have been shot down by an AI Sumner.
Engines. Flank speed.
I'm not too surprised, really.
Damage. Light cruiser. 340. 7,000 meters.
Enemy is slow.
Alert. Obstacle ahead. On target.
I think I've actually managed to get myself unstuck. The last 3 minutes of the match.
4,000 meters. Direct hit. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Yep, I'm good on all targets.
Target.
Not really useful for all targets, just more AA duty.
Runner.
Target.
That Baltimore is not having the best of times at the moment. But we are... we've almost sunk him. There we go. I think that is the same guy as the Moffat a while ago. That was a Pittsburgh actually, not a Baltimore, okay. That camo kinda confused me. I thought it was Baltimore itself. Let's zoom out my minimap.
Direct hit.
Yeah, these guns are pretty accurate. High volume of fire also doesn't hurt. Although, at this point I kind of wish I had the AP already.
Have been critically damaged.
Not quite getting into the ship as much as I want to. Well, I could see it. They're made for the same kind of role. They're both anti-air cruisers with a big dual-purpose battery. You could call a Roanoke a big Atlanta. That makes sense. Although, I'd say the Atlanta is actually quite a bit tankier and a lot more fun at its PR than Roanoke is at 6.0. Although that's mostly down to battleships being a thing rather than anything else.
Barrett. 300. 7,000 meters.
Engines, flank speed.
Yeah, some AP shells to actually damage the engines would be great right now.
280. 7,000 meters. Direct hit. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Lost.
I'm just thinking if there's another crew compartment all the way back there, but I'm not quite sure.
Direct hit.
And game's over.
Engagement over. Great
You know, that was a great match, and the main reason why this was a great match is because there was only one battleship on either team, and it was a 6.3 battleship. And that was pretty great. We have a message from Nord. Sure thing. Rudder replacement for Roanoke is also not a bad idea. I'm gonna invite Phoenix to my squad. Hold on. That is not where I need to look. That is where I need to look. Let's get the AP shells. And what else? Probably some more speed. Roanoke isn't the fastest, so let's just get some more speed up. So yeah, now that I have the AP shell, I'll take a few of those. Yeah, that was a good match to start on, thanks to the lack of enemy battleships, and some people kind of complain about AI targets, but they're fun to shoot at. Not much of a threat. And targets you just shoot at. Free damage, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, luckily, I think one of the tasks I need to do for the battle pass is this set fires. No, that's not the one. This is the one. Which I've noticed doesn't really progress that fast in Naval. Not anymore. You know what? I'm gonna set a marker on that to see how much I progress in the next battle. Because I think it only counts engine fires for some reason. Whereas in Naval you can set like 5 or 6 fires on a single target if you're lucky enough. But I've really not been having the greatest luck with progressing that. Oh yeah, the Murmansk is the free reward, isn't it? Yeah, that should be decent. The only kind of sad thing about Murmansk is the fact that it doesn't have a lineup anymore. Tennessee Reggie, really? Also, before we see anything bad, let's just go to chat and put that to squad. Thank you very much. But yeah. To be honest, as I said before, I haven't actually been playing that much Naval this week. So that might also be a reason why I haven't progressed too much. Also, so that this disappears what I get. Okay, some more stuff. A big worry, kind of, for me will be the tank crate. Because I don't own the Kachi, and I really want to get the Kachi. But I also don't have the Toldi. So it's going to be a 50-50 whether or not I get the Toldi or the Kachi. And I don't want to get the Toldi. Queue time is a bit longer now, but that's to be expected in a 3-man squad. What do you mean with that sample? Because I will say, oh, those things, yeah. Some of the higher tier battle pass rewards are goofy and cool. Yeah. Oh well. Because I'm about to say, if you're just looking for higher tier cruisers. Okay, New Zealand Cape is actually one of my more liked maps when it comes to higher tier ships. Probably not cruisers, but for battleships, I really like New Zealand Cape. The problem is, the last time I played New Zealand Cape of Roanoke, the enemy team had 5 battleships and we had none. So let's see what happens this time. Also, before I forget, cancel. We reduce the base fuse load. We'll take some AP, and the rest will be VT. Yep, there we go.
Bosun, bring us to general quarters. Engines, blank speed.
I wouldn't say that. Don't be overly negative about the new update. There's a lot of cool stuff coming in, a lot of new visual changes, ray tracing, which is meh. Ship-wise, it is same old, really. Well, it's not a bad update. Yeah, the fact that... So, one of the reasons I wanted to play Roanoke is because I think 2 days ago I played Roanoke for fun because I don't really want to play battleships all the time or high-tier coastal. And I thought, this is one of the few cruisers I have left to spade, let's try it. I ran into a match where the enemy team had a Marat, 2 Yamashiros, and some German dreadnought. And my team had 0 battleships on this map. That was not fun. That was absolutely not fun. I'm always going to be on this map. I usually go to this island and see what happens then.
240, 13,000 meters.
Bosun, make condition 1.
Attention to the designated grid square.
They already have. I don't know how to break this to you, Clicks Films Melbourne, but the amount of reward you get for a kill or an assist depends on the amount of damage you've done to the target in Naval.
240, 12,000 meters.
So if you do 2,000 of the 2,200 HP damage to a target, and somebody does it last 200, you will get a higher reward for it. Although I think there is a bit of a reward multiplier for the kill itself as well.
Right, standard brother.
But it definitely depends on the kind of damage you do as well. I'm kind of worried about enemy players because I haven't seen much yet. Okay, that's an AI. For a second I thought it would be a player. That was a friendly Bravi shooting, okay. I was gonna double check with his missile trails. And I can promise you that you do get a higher reward in Naval for doing more damage to a target. When you get an assist with doing the majority of the damage, you'll, I think, get a higher reward than getting a kill if it'll just lost you HP. That is definitely a thing. It just doesn't count as a kill, it's just an assist, but you do get a higher reward for it. And also, to be perfectly honest, you shouldn't care too much about kills. Just do as much as possible and keep on trucking. Well, yeah, I can imagine that ships like Emile Bretagne can kill in battleships from 5 kilometers away, but most battleships will not allow a cruiser like that to get that close.
Damage control. Repair part.
And to be perfectly honest, rather than the guns at that range, I'd be dropping torpedoes. Which I think I actually did last time I played those French cruisers. Against the Kaiser, they just sailed in a straight line. Come on. Keep overshooting this cruiser. Swap to the VT and deal with that guy trying to cap. There we go. Not on my watch.
Close it! Enemy is floundering! Bogey destroyed!
Target identified. Heavy cruiser.
Contact there!
You really think that Bretagne is AI? Because for as far as I know, there's no single AI ship that actually spawns in something French. It's always American, Russian, and British. And actually, do they spawn in Germans? The AIs? I'm trying to think of when the last time was I've seen a German AI ship. Can't immediately think of one.
Left standard rudder.
More planes.
Direct hit!
And my field of 3-inch VT will just shoot it down. Together with the AI there. And that's just an AI pure 206.
3,000 meters! Near miss! Near miss! Enemy
What do you mean? Only the convoy ships are AI. The thing I'm shooting at right now is an AI. German AIs, yes. Only the convoys are German AI.
destroyed! Contact Derek! 220! 4,000 meters!
Ooh, Omaha. That's a Murmansk. That's a good sign, so we know that the enemy squad is in 5-0s. Load the AP to rip through the engines. And I see you there as well.
Light cruiser.
Let's actually allow the AI to fire at everything to maybe cause a little bit more chaos.
Right standard rudder.
That guy was trying to launch torpedoes probably.
All back.
VR compression and its consequences, really. Because I just murdered 2 Omahas, and they could do nothing about it.
Enemy is floundering.
Pull left over.
Left car runner. Aye, aye.
Damage control. Repair parties secure and pump
Should
out
actually be
orders.
careful for torpedoes coming from that guy, but I think I should be fine.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Yes, secondaries are the 3-inch guns, but the Roanoke also does have 20 mils.
Control. Repair parties.
And speaking of,
Remove water. Turn to emergency repairs.
Contact there. 240. 2,000 meters.
the one kind of problem is that the 3-inch guns do overheat very quickly under AI control. Need to lead more because I'm moving as well. And that's maybe an interesting little tidbit about the radar lead indicator for Naval, is it doesn't take into account your momentum.
Left standard rudder.
And that guy's gonna just avoid me now.
Low SAP.
Engines 1/3.
Let's be careful I don't overshoot this capture point. You know, it was a good thing I had AP research for that, because I think I would have struggled a lot more against his Omahas with just the base views. Yeah, it seems they're back in the Omahas.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
260.
So let's try to sink him again.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Contact bearing. 260. 5,000 meters. Direct hit.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Enemy destroyed. On target. We are hit.
Engines all stop.
On target.
Just focus on sinking one and then the other.
Enemy hit.
Yeah, they do indeed have the same main and secondary gun calibers.
Direct hit.
Target identified. Light
Yeah, he's
cruiser.
sinking.
Contact bearing. 240. 5,000 meters.
Target identified.
Still fine crew-wise.
Contact bearing. 240. 5,000 meters.
You need to be careful nobody else interferes in this fight.
Start. Destroyer. Contact bearing. 320. 7,000 meters. On. Direct hit. We are hit.
Still have plenty of AP left. I've got a friendly over at the A point, but I don't know if that's a player or not. So an AI might be able to just decap.
7,000 meters. On target.
And that's also now sinking. And dead. I think if you were to compare that to the kill I got, and I'm not sure if you remember, I think to remember right, that assist gave me 130 RP, and one of the kills I got earlier gave me 150. So I genuinely do think that your kill and assist rewards on Naval are pretty fair, based on damage done. At least from what I remember.
Engines all stop.
That's probably something I really should try and keep track of. Kill and assist rewards. See how they compare. Although it is rather difficult to get a how do I say this? A good clean testing environment for that. Pardon me.
Enemy hit.
What's shooting from over there? Just some AI stuff again.
Enemy cruiser.
Contact bearing.
He's sinking, so we should stop shooting him. Lost one of my main guns. That's fine. Aha, that's a player, an American cruiser. Those are all AIs though. But let's ruin that heavy cruiser. We have a bit of a 6-inch machine gun. Let's repair one of those guns.
Target identified. Heavy cruiser.
Nope, okay. Thank you very much for defending me there.
Repair parties.
I'm gonna put gunners on all targets, just in case for now. But yeah, Roanoke can be very fun. Though I must admit we've been having some very, very good matchmaking for this. Lubeck, okay.
Target identified. Heavy cruiser.
Yep. Wherever this gun's looking at. Raider's been knocked out somewhere along the line, apparently. Yep. Let's get it back up.
Turn to emergency repair. Left.
Our Phantom has been dealt with. And that's game.
Engagement over.
Another fun match.
Job, men. Estimate. Cruise.
Let me first answer the talisman question. I wouldn't. I would not buy a talisman on the 6.0. As much as Roanoke is a fun vessel, and I have been having 2 great matches now, the possibility that you get thrown in against Scharnhorsts is not great. It is... no. The matchmaking for 6.0 is incredibly volatile, so you have to do that on at your own risk. And then the other question is, North Dakota a decent battleship? No. I vaguely remember spading North Dakota and it was not fun. Those 12-inch 45s just do not have enough of a punch to deal with actual armor, especially decently armored battleships. Although having 10 of them, all centerline mounted, means you do pack a very nasty punch against cruisers. North Dakota is not really that fun of a battleship against other battleships. And as sadly with many... And as with many American battleships, North Dakota can blow up quite easily. And what the Phoenix said right there is very right. The Talisman Atlanta is probably more fun. What rank is Atlanta? Atlanta is actually a rank 4. So if you still have to grind out a rank 5, that'll be great to put a Talisman on it. Of course, Roanoke being a rank 5 means you can research the rank 6 battleships better. But in all honesty, I think the Brooklyn is actually better if you want to put a talisman on a machine gun cruiser, so to speak. The Brooklyn might be better for that, although I'm not entirely sure. Well, since we're ready again, we'll go again. Hello there. And now we just wait again for the next match. I didn't notice that the hull of Roanoke is actually made of anti-frag armor. Neat. progressing steadily with spading Roanoke at least. Might actually get it done tonight. And we wait. I'm actually kind of surprised that the matches have been that small. I wonder. It might be that a lot of the... How do I say this? Like the meta naval players are maybe just a bit distracted by the other events going on. Might be the reason why the queues are a bit emptier. Because there's that IS-7 event that might be drawing some attention. Might be, but if you're flying at 10 kilometers, that'd still be a bit of trouble. Hello there, Delta. And I genuinely that experience last week in the arcade has discouraged me from EC for the time being. But then again, most of it came down to me not being fully prepared for that possibility. Also, Douglas... Actually, let me look at that missile again. Like a 10-kilometer altitude bomber might genuinely be a bit of a struggle in terms of range for the Douglas. But yeah. Not at the moment. Nobody has has told me they want to join the squad at least. Something I might actually try and do if I give EC another try is actually take out the Bravi and just go bomber hunting. But then the problem is I don't have any Russian battleships to have fun with in case I do actually get... in case there are no bombers. But yeah. There's also my to-do list to actually finally unlock the Russian battleships. But then that entails playing the 6.0 cruisers, of course. Which, except for the last two matches, are usually not that great. Those, I've tested this a bit. They're only HE warheads, and they're like a normal 500 kilo bomb. They'll probably be relatively efficient against cruisers, and very efficient against destroyers. But destroyers are kind of difficult to hit. I've also found that the HE-177s have a much easier to guide bomb. It seems to stay on target a lot better compared to the Key 48, which seems to level off after you stop inputting controls. And the rocket engine also doesn't burn for that long on the HE-177's rockets. So you only see the flare, which makes them a bit easier to guide in as well. And they're definitely... I don't think they'll be effective against battleships, because they don't have any kind of armor-piercing quality to them. But against cruisers, those would definitely hurt quite a bit. And there we go, our next match. Which is on South Kvarken encounter, at least. So no real coastal shenanigans when it comes to capturing points. So sadly, of course, it is the butchered South Kvarken. And here we go. Now the problem is, we are in a 3-man 6-0 squad. And the Yamashiro is the only other player on our team at the moment.
Collision alert.
Enemy has 2 2-man squads. One battle... Oh boy. Yeah.
Chosen, make condition 1.
So that's a Mutsu.
Attack him!
Target identified.
That's an Alaska. We are in for a no fun time.
Battle cruiser.
So whereas we have 3 cruisers and a battleship, they have 3 battleships and a cruiser.
Destroy the target!
So the plan here is to not draw attention, get behind those islands as quickly as humanly possible, and see from there. Sadly, my Roanoke is actually not that quick, is it? 57? But yeah, basically Nord. Objective, survive.
Left standard rudder. Target identified. Destroyer.
And we need to keep our speed up at all costs now.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
That Yamashiro is going to get absolutely annihilated. It might be able to take it down. Yeah, no, there goes the first salvo from the Mutsu, I think. That or the Alaska. So, with a bit of luck that Yamashiro will sponge up a lot of the capital ship damage on their side,
Light
allowing us to just slip into cover.
100, 40,000 meters.
So we absolutely do not want to draw attention to ourselves. So we will not shoot at the battleships, we will not even... Ideally we should set something, but that might risk drawing attention.
battleship.
So we just keep moving. Maybe shoot at these ships on the edge of their formation. Exactly. Just keep moving. And hope the 16-inch shells don't find your location.
Near miss. We are hit.
Very much short. And there goes the Yamashiro. Who would have guessed? And we keep on moving.
Light cruiser. 100, 12,000 meters.
It reminds me, I don't actually have the upgraded rangefinder on this ship yet. I should probably do that.
Left standard rudder.
We're still kind of a ways out, but they don't have clear line of sight anymore. Or at least on me. So that should make me a little bit of a less attractive target.
We are hit.
And now we just Disengage, yeah.
Light cruiser. Contact bearing. 100. 12,000 meters.
Does indeed seem like one of my squad mates is taking some damage. But I think we did actually make it. The Yamashita is now in a tonne, meaning that we are just a full cruiser team against 3 battleships. Lovely.
We are hit.
There goes the one enemy
Right. Standard rudder.
Right standard rudder. Aye, aye.
enemy Dido. They're one cruiser player. A bit of luck that Tony might actually just drop a spread of torpedoes.
Alert. Obstacle ahead.
With a bit of luck. I am very inclined to go the long way around, which will be going all the way up here, just around there. Because if I take the short route, I'll just get blasted apart by those battleships.
Contact bearing. 100. 12,000 meters.
Of course, they might have the same idea. Yeah, but I don't think we have much of a choice, to be honest. If we want to even try and get there at all.
Target identified.
That's a Barham. So they now have 4 battleships. Is that a Kaiser? That's a Kaiser, a Barham, an Alaska, and a Mutsu. Against 4 cruisers. The most balanced of matchmaking. Then again, we are a 3-man squad and it just screws in there.
30,000 meters.
Target identified. Battleship.
Contact bearing. 120. 40,000 meters. We are hit. Battle.
Yeah.
Contact bearing.
So this is one of the situations where
Meters.
you know you've just lost.
Identified. Heavy cruiser.
120.
I don't recall what the upper belt armor of a Mutsu is. But yeah, I kind of doubt it. Especially at this range. If anything, the Kaiser might be our best target. Or maybe even the Barham.
Target identified.
And of course any of the AI ships that are rolling around.
140. 11,000 meters.
But I think we should just accept the fact that this will not be a victory.
8,000 meters. We are hit. Right standard rudder. Low Navy. Right arm rudder. Aye,
Destroy the target.
aye. Near miss. Shore.
Target identified. Heavy
Let's
cruiser.
track.
Contact bearing. 140. 9,000 meters. Enemy hit.
Steady as she goes.
Do they?
Course. Aye, aye.
I somehow doubt that 6-inch HE will do a lot to them. But if I can find them again, I might try it.
Rudder.
Left standard rudder. Aye, aye. Patrol vessel. Contact bearing. 140. 10,000 meters.
Light cruiser.
Contact bearing. 140. 8,000 meters. We are hit.
They're so far out there as well still. Let's see if we can do some damage with this.
120. 11,000.
Yeah, if only. If only.
Heavy cruiser.
Contact bearing 140. 8,000 meters.
Right. Standard.
It's doing some damage, but thing is, his return fire will be a whole lot more devastating than what I can do to him.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact bearing 160. 7,000 meters.
So what I think I'll actually do is just park here for a second,
Engine.
arm some of these AIs, and then the thing is, I can't actually park for a second, because if I do that, I'll miss the convoy entirely.
Repair parties.
So we need to keep going
South quadrant.
and just shoot on the move.
Contact bearing 160. 7,000 meters. Near miss. Control port list and trim. Direct hit.
Target identified. Heavy cruiser.
Contact bearing 160. 7,000 meters. Enemy destroyed. Alert.
I mean, I could cause perma flooding on the Mutsu. With a bit of luck, if I just knock out the whole compartments and just cause flooding. But again, it's I need to be careful about return fire as well.
Enemy is floundering.
Left standard rudder. Target identified. Light cruiser.
Contact bearing 120.
We have to keep moving.
Destroyer. Contact bearing 180. 9,000 meters.
Damage control.
And hopefully I can repair the funnel, although I am moving at maximum speed.
Repair parties to station.
And there's the barn. Way over there, I need to aim.
Right. Hard.
Mutsu is over there-ish.
Steady as she goes.
Holding course. Aye, aye.
Nope, I'm going for the middle there.
Enemy hit.
And let's see what happens.
Contact bearing 120. 9,000 meters.
I'm surprised that Tone is still afloat.
On target.
You know what? That Mutsu is taking quite a bit of damage from his HE.
Contact bearing 140. 6,000 meters. Oh, near miss.
I mean, yeah, I am gunning for this gap
Direct hit.
to shoot at the convoy. But I get the feeling the Mutsu is just parked in there. You know, that's a lot scarier to see. And I will not draw his attention until I can get on the other side of this gap. We do still have some time. Oh, what is the Alaska's belt armor again? It's... ooh, it's 4 kilometers now though. Secondaries are shooting me. I need to open up. Yep, main guns are already turning.
Left standard rudder.
And of course my shell arcs just hit the bridge.
Direct hit.
And I'm not panning that, am I? Please don't be loaded, please don't be loaded, please don't be loaded. He wasn't loaded. wasn't loaded and I managed to slip into cover. Okay. But good to know that my AP cannot do anything against that Alaska. He wasn't even really that angled. The Barham is shooting me from long range.
160, 12,000 meters.
Damage control. Repair parties confine and remove weather.
Yes. Basically.
Light cruiser.
Is that whole compartment being knocked out? Is not what I want to see.
9,000 meters.
Emergency
That's scary. That is the Barham secondaries opening up on me, and that's the main salvo, I think.
engines all back.
Please island cover, please island cover. Thank you.
Target identified.
And the Mutsu is right there. Do
140.
I have time? Might have.
Control port listed.
Mutsu is actually taking a lot of damage, so we're gonna bombard it as well.
Runner.
Whilst we keep moving.
Enemy hit.
I have. I'm not that opposed. I'm not opposed at all against those new shell hit marker things. The one thing I am annoyed about though is their placement. It shouldn't be in the middle of your screen, really. It should be underneath the X-ray view thing. Oh shit, the Alaska still has line of sight on me. No, that's just his 5-inch guns. His 12-inch seem to be turning. Might be able to get into cover again before it's too late. It is... I'm not, am I? Come on, survive. Yep, he's turning away again.
We have been critically damaged. Light cruiser. Contact Barry.
Yeah, I do like those new shell hit icon things
Right. Standard.
for the next update. It gives you a lot of information that's valuable to know. And I'm never opposed to knowing more information when it comes to the game. But it just... It like, they are currently like here, in this place of the HUD, is where those new shell hit things are. And it just crowds the HUD so much, man. There's something here you have to look at, there's something top right you have to look at, the minimap top bottom right, your own ship bottom left, then the action bar, the chat. There's just so much HUD. I think I might have to take a long route around, but I don't know if I have the time for it.
Steady as she goes.
Holding course. Aye, aye.
And of course the kill feed, it's also over here.
Battleship. Contact Barry. 160.
Is that too, the lead indicator in the middle of your gun sight, this thing being on the right there as well. It is an awful lot of HUD. Also, that Mutsu was aimed at me. Luckily, most of his shells got absorbed by a building, I think. That's great. What are you? AI? Why will my gun not fire? There we go. My guns are not going where I want them to go. The other battleship is over there, and there we go. And now it is impossible for me to reach the enemy convoy. Absolutely impossible. So... Barham or Kaiser, basically. And the Mutsu, actually. I could also bomb the Mutsu. Does this thing not carry 3 bombs? Oh well. Let's take on mind. Mutsu and Kaiser are next to each other. There's the Alaska, though. And that will be annihilating my aircraft if I get too close. Barham, where are you? Is that the Barham? I'm surprised our convoy is actually still as intact as it is. The Alaska being right there is rather scary. He's here, isn't he? Yep. Mutsu and Kaiser are next. Mutsu's been sunk. Okay, Mutsu is rather vulnerable to cruiser fire, good to note. The fact that the Alaska is not shooting me is kind of surprising. Very surprising even. So the Kaiser will be my target. The problem is I don't actually have the... Oh, there it is. There it is. I spoke too soon. But it should already be out of the danger zone for the Alaska, but the Alaska is now going to ravage our convoy. Gonna try and approach the Kaiser from behind and just drop 2 bombs. Need to be careful about AI gunfire because that is quite accurate. There we go. And line up. Pull up. I can't pull up. 16% crew? Did I detonate something? Oh well. The Alaska is right there. On a Roanoke and shoot it whatever is possible, really. Yeah, I might have done some decent damage to him. That's where the Barham is.
Ocean, make condition 1. Left standard
You know what, shall we try the Barham out against HE? Because we're not winning this match anyways. Let's see what kind of damage we can do. Yeah. No, I don't think the AP shells will do much more, really. Also, actually not hitting that well. I'm aiming too high. Somebody's damaged the Barham a bit. Yeah, the Barham is surprisingly not well armored. For the Queen Elizabeth class's fame, they're just, yeah, they're older ships. So their armor doesn't really quite stand up. Low angles, it will be a bit more dangerous. Let's see if I can knock out some of those secondaries, and I can. Let's see if we can AP those rear segments a bit. Actually damage the turrets, okay. Let's keep shooting. I'm really tempted to shoot at the Omaha. And I'm actually knocking out turrets in the Queen Elizabeth. Barham, whatever. Let's put looking at some old targets. Just ever slightly farm this guy. back to the QE. And game's over. Time ran out.
Report damages.
You know, for the enemy having only battleships and we having only cruisers, it's not as bad as it could have been. So we didn't really do much being out there on the flank. Actually, not that bad in RP-wise. But yeah, that's the other side of the spectrum when you play 6-0. Either you get a down tier and you stomp, or you get an up tier. Yeah, that's the shame. That's the really bad part about that convoy game mode. It used to be, I think, a 35 or even a 50-minute game mode, but then they reduced the timer to 25 minutes or 20 minutes, and it's just next to impossible. If you die once, you have no hope of actually getting to the convoy again. It's just too short. As a convoy map, yeah, especially more so since the changes. Yeah, the thing is that I think the map bans only matter for the host of a squad, the squad leader. Let me see, what map do I actually have banned for naval? Oh, Golden Bay. That I can remove that because I don't have that. Oop, I think I banned it because of what did I ban it again? I think I was playing frigates or low tier destroyers. No, it was definitely frigates. And Golden Bay is just not great for frigates. Let's see, South Kvarken. We've got so many South Kvarkens, but there's only one. There's two. Encounter and Conquest. Let's ban the Encounter one, shall we? True, true. But it doesn't really matter. Coral Islands. Is Coral Islands only to 5-0? Because I swear I've seen that map in Battleships. I've definitely seen that map at higher battle ratings than 5-0. I've played it in Brooklyn. I remember when I was spading Brooklyn that I played on Coral Islands. Yeah, do I want to direct it? I'll have to check again. You might be right. But I can't change it whilst we're in queue anyways. Yeah, when they removed all that cover from those 4 maps, it's just nuts. Oh look, another time. Oh well. It's at least a bigger match, so maybe some more balanced teams we can pray. Heavy rain I see, so visibility is down. That's actually kind of fun when you're in squishier ships, having lower visibility.
Engines flank speed.
It means you can sneak around a bit more.
Left hard rudder.
Left hard rudder, aye aye.
Kilo, so 5-7, and another friendly Roanoke. Another squadron member.
Left standard rudder.
Left standard rudder, aye aye.
Haguro 5-7, another Kilo is 5-7. AIs are 5-0, which would indicate that we're top tier. Tone 6 5-7 team, that's interesting. I don't see lower BRs. Also actually now that I think about it. So an interesting-ish fact about War Thunder AIs is they will be even lower BR than the lowest battle rating for the matchmaking.
One. Right
So if you're in a... It actually kind of depends. But seeing a Krasny Krim, to me, indicates we're in a 6-0 to 5-0 game. Because if it wasn't... Let's say if it was a Sverdlov or one of those bigger Russian cruisers, then it would be a battleship match in terms of AI. Then again, I say that, but we did have Omaha AI in the last match against those 7-0s. I don't know anymore. You know what? I just won't even bother. Atlanta 5-3, that's a good sign. Hipper 5-7. Atlanta, just spamming my lock-on button, seeing if you lock onto anything different. But 5-3 is a good sign, means we'll only fight 6-3 battleships at the worst. And we can actually fight 6-3 somewhat. And there's the battleship. What battleship is it? I can't see it yet. Dakota, okay, that makes sense. Not the worst thing we could face, but it could be better. And the Fargo is already not liking me. And there's a Nassau. And we have... Oh, there's Des Moines on our team, there we go. 6-3 to 5-3 match. The problem, of course, is that we don't have any battleships, and they have 2. So what I want to do is get over there. And get into cover over there.
Repair parties to station.
But this ship really doesn't like going bow into threats. There's the Eugen/Hipper. Trying to see if there's anything out there in the open I can shoot at a bit easier. I'll set it sight on the Hipper. Forward gun angles are not great. I want to get most of my firepower on target. But let's see if we can HE spam that Nassau. You know, it's in situations like this, when you're playing 6 cruisers against these dreadnoughts, where having that new shell thing from next update will be very handy. That way you're knowing if your shells are actually panning at all, or if they're just harmlessly non-panning. I think it'll be a really useful tool when it comes to live. Skirting along the edge of the circle. We're waiting to get detonated through the bow from a cruiser going around the island in front, but I think we should be fine. Oop. I didn't want to lose the lock on the dead Britzy. There we go, and that's a Da Vinci? Or it's an Italian battleship, that's for sure. Oh, Brooklyn. And there goes one of my magazines. which is not great.
Obstacle ahead. Sure. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Fire's out, let's do the flooding.
Contact barren. 260.
And load DAP.
Kvarken.
Fire on again, stop. I need to do the flooding. Fire is non-critical.
Control.
Let's actually stop the fire repair to prioritize the flooding.
Damage
And I need to get
control.
into cover
Repair
ASAP.
parties seal the breach.
Alert. Obstacle ahead.
Left.
Good,
hard.
fires put out themselves, perfect. I don't have perma flooding, that's even better.
Left standard rudder.
Left standard rudder. Aye aye.
Engine. All back.
Battleship.
And this is now where I'll just live.
Barren. 260. 5,000 meters. Alert. Obstacle ahead.
Which magazine did I lose? Might
Repair
be possible to
parties
actually
to
be able to
station.
fire this front gun still.
Obstacle ahead. Destroy. Contact bearing. 240. 9,000 meters. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Just overall victory. Victory will surely be ours.
Heady
I've lost one gun, by the looks of it,
Aye aye.
which is not terrible for a detonation like that.
Target.
Direct. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Direct. Hit. Enemy hit. Shore. Battleship.
I'm still in the cap, so that's great.
5,000 meters.
It would be a bit embarrassing if I got detonated by that Pensacola right now. So let's just try and sink that Pensacola as soon as possible.
Critically damaged. Near miss. Direct hit. Enemies floundering. Collision alert. Enemy vessel
There we go.
sunk.
Turn to emergency repair.
Attack the enemy.
The NASA is over there somewhere.
Battleship.
Contact bearing.
There it is.
260. 5,000
But we're fine.
Battleship. Contact bearing. 240. 9,000 meters. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Keep it up. The victory will be
The
ours.
squad mate was less lucky. And that's hold on. Isn't that a 6-7?
Target identified. Battleship.
Contact bearing.
Those Russian dreadnoughts are all 6-7, aren't they?
Battleship.
Ooh, boy.
5,000 meters.
Target identified.
Do another line. On a side and at Nassau.
260. 5,000 meters. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Left standard rudder.
Left standard rudder. Aye aye.
6-3 is not terrible. Actually, now that I think about it, is that 6-3? That's Italian dreadnought? I think it is, but I'm not sure. But you know, that's a problem. Oh, it was just a normal Westfalen. Okay.
Destroy the target.
Don't really have a line of sight on anything from here at the moment.
Contact bearing. 240.
The squadmate is getting pummeled by the Huygen. Or Hipper, rather. I shouldn't assume everything I'm fighting is a premium ship. Clearly.
Contact bearing 260. On the target. All hands, we have been critically damaged.
Let's keep the pressure on.
On the target. Short.
Mountain's in the way now.
Enemy hit.
Although it seems to be more in his way than mine.
Enemy hit. All hands, we have been critically damaged. Near miss. Near miss. Short.
But enemy Russian dreadnought hasn't rounded the corner yet.
Battleship. Contact bearing 280. 5,000 meters.
You need to be careful about enemy battleships going around the corner.
Long. All hands, we have been critically
He's behind
damaged.
an island now, I can't hit him.
Attack the enemy.
I saw an Italian cruiser there for a second. There we go.
Heavy cruiser.
Contact bearing
A bit easier to hit.
9,000 meters.
Maybe I can keep my lock on him.
Contact bearing 260.
Which I just can't for some reason. Anything on radar? Friendlies, okay. I'm also noticing that the rain is letting up ever so slightly. Which might not be great. Ooh, now that I think about it, isn't... Weather effects were going to get changed next episode as well, weren't they, visually? I wonder how rain will look in naval battles. Okay, that is very scary.
Engines.
And I can't really go anywhere from this position, because they're right there as well.
240.
So I just hope that dreadnought doesn't see me.
Contact bearing 240. 9,000.
Well, we'll see, Trout. And if you do, I'll know who to blame for my bad performance.
Contact bearing 280. 3,000 meters.
You know, I really need to use those daily bonuses a lot more. I just haven't been playing enough to really use them well. But they do really help when researching those high tier coastals. I can't hit that hipper. So he's going to be sitting around at 9%.
All hands, we have been critically damaged.
There's a Italian cruiser.
Attack the enemy.
Engine.
Might actually switch to using AP as my main shell, really. It's a lot more useful against dealing with these cruisers. It does make me curious of why AP is not the preferred shell. Because I know when I was spading Brooklyn years ago, that the base fuse HE was definitely the preferred shell on it.
Correct hit.
I wonder what changed. It might be more and more actual armored cruisers being popular, instead of just the light American cruisers. Or Japanese cruisers, for that fact.
Enemy destroyed.
There we go.
On target. Battleship. Contact bearing 280.
Let's see what I can do against that Marat. Which I think is a Marat, but might as well not be.
Heavy cruiser. 5,000 meters. Short. On target.
This is not doing anything, is it?
Have been critically damaged.
It might do something. Let's just keep shooting. I know, it is doing something. Or somebody's hitting him at the exact same time I'm hitting him and knocking out his ammo elevators.
Direct hit.
Let's fire in one of the magazines there. Come on.
Direct hit.
Just put the fire out. Maybe we can start a new one.
Victory is close.
Near miss. Lost. Enemy hit.
Just gonna keep shooting. And I think somebody else was shooting him. So, ooh, that actually splashed the magazine there. So let's try shooting at the third turret a bit more.
On target.
Although it seems I have drawn his attention.
Direct hit.
And where his turrets are pointing. There's another turret fire on turret number 3. And that's a 12-inch salvo heading my way.
Direct hit. Engines hit.
Okay, fine. I need to manually do the fire extinguishing though, because I disabled the auto. Please just get a fire in your magazine. Marat, just die from magazine fires. I am doing quite a bit of damage actually to him. It's good to see.
Target.
Destroy the target.
Enemy hit.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
I want to hit the third turret, but he keeps changing his speed. A little fire, but I can put it out.
Prepare parts,
That's no problem.
fuel, and pump out water.
Collision alert. Light cruiser. Contact ferry.
And there I go, with my free crew.
2,000 meters.
But
We're home.
I think I will just spawn in the backup and continue bombarding that Marat.
Enemy hit.
There goes another splash into a magazine apparently. Not quite sure where I'm shooting to hit the magazine. There goes a shell room detonation and he's flooding permanently. Will I get the kill? Oh, I'm getting that kill, am I?
Repair parts. Critical buoyancy.
All hands, abandon ship.
Don't steal it, Nord. Don't you dare. There we go. And I think I'll now just wait for the timer to run out. There we go. And see what we get. a decent bit of research. Actually, a decent bit of progress towards the Tennessee as well. I'm gonna have to change that task too. Only 10 fires in the past almost hour and a half. Close to getting engines, that's nice. Then probably should get rangefinder next. Also close to getting a camo. Lovely. Well, it seems I just have to relearn that every now and then, if you don't shoot at the target, of course it'll never sink. And if I don't have any better targets to shoot at, I might as well. Black Sea port again, but this time it is the domination version. Which means we do get a choice in spawn point. I want to spawn down south, but I'm not entirely sure if this is the best idea. Let's see, do we have battleships? We've had that kind of last match, because I think they were in a cruiser. Sten? Okay, that's an interesting sight. It's not even just shooting at full health enemies, it's shooting at enemies you honestly really shouldn't have a chance against. Man, I love spawning next to a 6-0, 7-0 right at the start of the match. God. It probably means Sten is in a battleship as well, isn't he? Yep, his squad mate is in a hood. This is a Scharnhorst? Yuck.
Battleship. Contact there. 280. 14,000 meters. Target identified.
Like,
Battle cruiser. Contact there. 280. 14,000 meters.
a thing I've recently been thinking about a lot as well is naval compression. There's the Scharnhorst. And like how bad it is for 6-0 cruisers. I'm still kind of the opinion that the cruisers of this caliber are actually decently able to deal with 6-3s. And as you just witnessed last match, somewhat capable of dealing with 6-7s. But it's some of those 7-0s that are out there, man. You just... how do you even start?
And here she goes.
Haven't seen Sten yet. Ah, I think I found him. Let's see. Recaps.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Was it Sten? No, it wasn't. Okay. Interesting.
300. Pull left over. Left hard rudder. Aye, aye. Target
Okay, there's two 6-3 battleships there. A Lorraine and a... there's also the Scharnhorst there.
target identified.
Lorraine and a Westphalen class. Let's shoot at the Westphalen first. Okay. I need to just mentally compute somebody taking a fair mile A at a 7-0 match. That is a sight. No, Density is. It's marting. It's 1077 isn't. He hasn't done much yet this match. There goes my squad mate with the enemy Scharnhorst. I mean, yeah, of course. That's the thing, like... I'm sort of the opinion, and it might be a bit of a hot take depending on who you are, that 6-3 battleships are decent enough against cruisers, and vice versa. Cruisers can deal with 6-3s. 6-7s, depending on the 6-7, are kind of fine. They could probably actually move up to 7-0 themselves. But the current batch of 7-0s should not be 7-0. Especially stuff like Scharnhorst, Mutsu, Amagi. There's no reason for those things to be 7-0. I'd even argue that the 6-7 American dreadnoughts, like the Nevada and the Arizona, I think the Arizona is 6-7 still, is it? Might be 7-0. But the Nevada at least shouldn't be 6-7. Hold on, who do you have here? The thing is, that's not the problem. There is you can move the jets up and BR as well without it affecting other game modes. That's a thing that exists. But for some reason they're very reluctant to do it for Naval.
280, 6,000 meters.
Damage control. Repair parties confine and remove whoever. Target identified. Battleship.
Contact barrel. 280, 9,000 meters.
Engines all stop. Hold right.
Yeah, but that's a bit of an old joke now, isn't it? I'm tempted to blast the Scharnhorst a bit.
Sure. Target identified. Battle cruiser.
280, 7,000 meters.
Okay, we do have a Scharnhorst of our own at least.
Contact barrel. 300, 6,000 meters. Near miss. On target. Collision alert. We are hit. Sure. Enemy hit. Enemy is foundering. Near miss.
Ready as you go.
Oh, which is it? What ship was that again? That's that recent
Direct hit.
German battlecruiser, but I forgot the name of it.
Contact barrel. 320. 11,000 meters.
Target identified.
That Flinger, that's the one.
Cruiser.
Contact barrel. 280. 7,000 meters.
And there we go. The hood finished me off.
All hands. Abandon ship.
Really. I could take a Douglas, but they're not going to spawn aircraft. I'll just spawn another Roanoke and see what I can do.
All hands.
Spawn up
abandon
north.
ship.
Because most of their battleships seem concentrated down south.
Left hard rudder.
Left hard rudder. Aye, aye.
Ready as you go.
Reports. Aye, aye.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Left standard rudder.
Left standard rudder. Aye, aye.
14 kilometer shots is a little bit out there for these guns.
Right standard rudder.
Right standard rudder. Aye, aye. Collision alert.
This doesn't really have much choice at the moment.
T20. 11,000 meters.
Mosin makes
Byron class over there as well. Sten still hasn't done much. A bit surprising. For those that don't know why I'm so focused on Sten, it's because he's a tournament player for Naval. And a pretty decent one at that, if I remember correctly. So I'm a bit surprised I'm not seeing him do much. I mean, not really. Not that important, but I'm always curious when I see a tournament player I recognize to see what they're up to. Short, am I? There we already go.
Target identified.
The problem is we're not that battleship heavy, our team. Whilst the enemy team is most certainly battleship heavy. Although we do have a Sharnhorse trying to pull his weight.
Near miss.
Could... okay. Quite sure. Let's put on the radar, just in case he's spawning some funny aircraft.
Near miss. Full vessel. 280. 30,000.
Let's increase the radar range to 20 kilometers. Can one of my shells hit this darn PT butt already?
Near miss.
Destroy the target.
Nothing on the scope. A bit strange that the hood... Oh, there's an Iron Duke now. Pardon me. Let's see about this. That's the flinger. Let's see if we can bully the Sharn a bit.
Idiots should go.
Oh boy.
Left standard rudder.
No, that's not great.
Somebody attack him.
Damage control. Repair parties confined and delivered weapons.
And there goes a detonation, I think. Yep.
Damage control. Repair parties seal the breach. Damage control. Repair parties secure and pump out water.
And there I go, the Sharn's detonated me. Because of course it did. What are my options? Not much really. And there's a spawn point. For some reason I thought that the spawn point was over there. But nope, that's a destroyer spawn point. Let's see what a Baltimore can do.
Ocean, make condition 1. Full plate over.
Right hard rudder. Aye, aye.
Yeah, this is not going to go well. Because the funny part is, that Scharnhorst almost has the same reload as I do, depending on his crew.
Enemy hit.
And I'm just not sparing that belt either. Although it seems like he started looking at me, saw I was a Baltimore, and then decided I wasn't a threat. which is valid, I guess.
On target. Battleship.
Actually, hold on.
13,000 meters.
There we go. Let's get those secondaries in on the action.
Right. Standard rudder.
Right standard rudder. Aye, aye.
And he switched fire. There goes one of my turrets.
Standard rudder.
The things I would eventually sink him, but he will sink me first. Although I'm doing a mean bit of damage to him. But I'm also not the only one shooting at him.
Right. Arm. Rudder. Ready as trouble.
On target.
Yeah, okay.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Contact carrier. 240. 10,000 meters. Alert. Obstacle ahead. Light cruiser. Ahead. 11,000.
And now I'm not enough crew, because a battleship shot me.
Damage control. Repair party. Seal the breach. Engine.
And that is then me out of spawns.
Ship. Lower light post.
We're holed below the waterline. Alert. Obstacle ahead. Flooding below decks detected. Battle cruiser. Left.
The barroom. Stan is in the barroom, okay. Do I have... Oh, I don't have 3 bombs on this one, okay. Let's see if we can sneak around their anti-air ships. That's definitely something big and heavy. Well, I think the Sharners is further up, isn't it? The Sharners should be over there. What's that? That's a deflinger, isn't it? Let's see if we can do a frontal attack. Yeah, that's the deflinger. So our aim point with these kind of attacks are always for the turret groups. See if we can detonate shell rooms and or magazines. Also a little fun thing, the gear acts as air brakes on Corsairs. Okay. I was not expecting TF in my face. And there we go, killing the flinger. And the runway is right here. That reminds me, I should probably mention that when it comes to bombing ships nowadays, you used to... How do I explain this properly? The meta for bombing ships used to that you drop the bomb next to their magazines in the water. But it seems that recently bomb fuses don't arm always when you're trying to drop them in water. So it's a bit unreliable whether or not you actually have your bomb blow up when it goes into the water. So now that's why I'm going for dropping the bombs directly on the deck again, rather than dropping them in the water next to the magazines. Bit surprised it actually killed the Dirflinger. Who was this guy? No, I'll look at it another time. I was curious when people one dev quit. This is actually also a pretty good Corsair for this kind of stuff. Has enough engine power to climb quickly. Now the Barham will be my next target, I think, due to its lack of anti-air.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Although the Paris on B probably should be my next target. But that thing actually has pretty decent AA, as you can see, as it's already trying to shoot me. Thing is, I'm also never going to reach it in time before it caps.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
And of course it was an AISKR. Where? Who knows? Was it that one? It was that one all the way over at B. Because why wouldn't it be that one? And that's me out of spawns. So yeah, as soon as Phoenix dies, I guess he'll go back to hangar as well. But I'll be going back. It is... SKRs, man, especially the AI ones, are absolute aircraft murderers. And I was going to change that task, wasn't I? That's a bit easier to do. Just get assists. Just wait for Phoenix to head back. That much should actually give me the engines, which will be a decent boost in speed. And maybe even the camo. Although not that it's a very interesting camo, really. Just a dark blue. Although it has nice contrast with the deck. And there we go. Defeat, but we saw that one coming. Nope, pardon. Which other one's the Coral Islands, yeah? It is only... Why do I have that one downvoted? Because I didn't actually mind that map all that much at that BR bracket. Let's see, Coral Islands. Coral Islands. I am sure you get that at higher battle ratings than 5.0. But okay. What else shall I give that downvote then? Black Sea Port, probably. It's not great for those high BR matches. Yeah, well, let's get it ready to go again. Yeah, I did a complete skip over your performance. Let's see. Let's just quickly leave replay. Not bad at all. So, again, to clarify, there was a Scharnhorst on our team, right? Yet cruiser players are getting the most damage done. I think this was the Scharnhorst right here. Then the enemy Scharnhorst with 7 kills. Much before that, also top of the team. There we go, representing my squadron as it should be. Let's just do this one match, and then I think I'll leave it at that for tonight. Because progress of these cruisers is a lot slower. Actually, how many... Would it be our last match for the bonus, or would it be... Oh, we've already used up the bonus, okay. If I could keep going, I could use tomorrow's bonuses as well already. But I'd rather not. That is a question. I've already gotten 20% of the modification research in this stream. Let's see, how many matches have we had? 5. Yeah, that's fine. Not immediately. If next week is update week, I'll be doing a lot of stuff, looking at all the new stuff. I'll definitely be getting Murasame, and Dunkirk will be top priorities. If next week is update week. If we don't have the update next week, it'll be more French coastal, continuing French coastal grind. At least that's my plan. You know, yeah, I'll make a. I have plans for in January, quite big plans. I've got some big stuff planned for the channel come next year, and maybe finally actually get a regular upload schedule. But in short, I already mentioned at the start of the stream somewhere, but I've been redoing a lot of my office space where I record my videos. I've gotten a lot of new furniture, new desks, a bit of a different computer setup. And I'm planning to actually get a completely new computer in January, December, like that time frame. And then hopefully with that, yeah, maybe finally get a decent upload schedule formed. Because I've made myself a little bit more space to work with. So I might finally actually sit down and do some work on videos. But that's January. Those are my plans for January. Because the nice thing as well about the New Year stuff is that there's one major update in December somewhere, and then there isn't one until March, giving me 3 months of solid, no real changes to work with. Nice flyby. So I've got some big plans for January, but I'll have to see if I'll actually be able to do that. Ooh, glorious. Yeah, flopped here though. The glorious is something we can kill. Let's open up with the HE salvo. And disable the secondary gunners with primaries. There we go. Short, okay. That's what, and enemy Scharnhorst.
Pull right over.
And Hood going down there. Oh boy.
Contact there. 280. 10,000 meters.
Target identified.
So I'm going to try, and it's that duo again. Oh boy. Gonna try and get into my spot again, but I am not liking my chances this time round.
And here she goes.
We do have a Tennessee and Hood, but and a Bayern. But the problem is we're a 3-man squad of cruisers pitted against 2 2-man squads of battleships, which is a bit of a limitation of the matchmaker that might not be that good. Because as I've said plenty of times before, when you squad up, the matchmaker will try and match you against equal size squads, or at least, like it does in this case, it's a 3-man squad against 2 2-mans, which is what it will do quite often. But we take up a lot of our team space in cruisers, whilst those are 2 2-man squads of battleships. So, yeah.
Destroyer.
Contact there.
As long as we keep getting into the same matches, we will not be having the greatest time.
Direct hit.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
260. 12,000 meters.
Battle cruiser.
Contact there. 260. 10,000 meters.
Exactly.
Target on fire.
Target identified. Battleship.
Contact there. 260. 9,000 meters.
I really do have thinning out some of those AIs, but they're a bit far out.
Target. Target identified. Light cruiser.
Let's see what we can do against the Paris.
240.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact there.
At least it's... No, that's not a... Is that a Paris? I think that's a Paris. These look like wing turrets and not the Lorraine setup. Maybe it's the Lorraine. I don't know. I don't really know my French battleships apart too well. It just that looks like a Paris. I'm gonna be squeezing my squad mate a bit, and I'm... Oh boy! Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I feared would happen to me. And we can't outrun these guys either. Just angle, get behind those rocks as fast as possible. And get immediately detonated by the Scharnhorst. Which was expected.
All hands. Abandon ship.
You know, I know somebody who says that the Scharnhorst is not a good battleship. And, yeah. That is quite a character.
Target identified. Battle cruiser.
Contact bearing 280, 8,000 meters.
Left standard rudder.
Exactly. You're 100% correct.
280.
It is indeed not a good battleship, it is just a good battlecruiser.
Condition 1. Turn.
But yeah, still. No, that person has Scharnhorst and just says that the Japanese 16-inch guns are way better than it. Which, to be honest, the Mutsu is a decent competition to Scharnhorst, but Scharnhorst is still better.
Direct hit.
Right standard rudder.
Right standard rudder. Aye, aye.
Is the stream lagging behind or something? It should be fine. Last game, 228. 228? Yeah, I have no hope of panning that at with this ship. Yeah, with the quote-unquote Barbette bug of Scharnhorst, it does make it a lot more killable. But yeah. The thing is, I don't think so, because the Yamagi's magazines are even higher in the water than Mutsu. And to be honest, after the first week or two, I have not been seeing an awful lot of Hamagis, but you still see Scharnhorst running all around. Also, Liberate, I think you're a bit behind on my stream. Which he won't be able to hear if he's behind. How do I even get in here? No, that rock is even not... It's not cover anymore, is it?
Turn to emergency repairs.
Jeez. I need to like stay behind this rock. Where? You know, I think I don't have to comment on that, do I? I think that says more than enough. Oh, he's already left. He's already disconnected. That's why. Our Tennessee is not doing much, which is a bit sad. And yep, there he goes. I don't. I do not miss the botting plague. Like, in the slightest. Especially the later stage of the botting plague was just... no. Not great, because they had aimbots and that was not fun. Like the first few months where they were just letting the AI shoot the main guns and which did nothing was kind of fine. But at one point when literally 90% of your team were all in Helenas, not fun. And they all had aimbots. It was just not great. So yeah, this is the kind of match where 6-0 is just not fun. Is a full 7-0 up tier against very competent battleship players and battlecruiser captains, and they'll just annihilate you and you can't really do much against them.
Damage control. Repair parts confined and remove thrust.
Which I think, now that I'm thinking about it a bit more, one of the main reasons why 7-0 is such a struggle for cruisers is because a lot of 7-0 ships are as fast or almost as fast as cruisers, so they can get to the good spots at roughly the same rate as you can, which leaves you very little, you know, maneuvering or options to just get out of the way. Whilst the slower dreadnoughts of 6-3 and 6-7 struggle a bit more getting into good positions, allowing you to flank them or get into better firing positions way before they can get there.
Ready as you go. Left standard rudder.
It also doesn't help that a lot of those more modern battle cruisers actually are fairly well armored against... well, actually no, I could pen the hood. But stuff like Scharnhorst just shouldn't be 7-0. Yeah, I think so as well. But I think I was thinking about this being the last match anyways for tonight. And that's a permanent flood I can't do anything about, which has knocked out all engine rooms. Scharnhorst is pushing out because why wouldn't it? There's nothing that can stop it,
Engines all
except for maybe a Shimakaze that's over there.
full left over.
Still flooding. And there goes our Tennessee. And one dev quit after having done 177 damage in one of the best 14-inch, well, the best 14-inch gunship in the game. Fun. So we had a hood disconnect without doing anything and a Tennessee disconnect without really doing anything. No, we do have a Scharnhorst
Abandoned ship. Lower light
with decent amount of damage. Yeah. I really need to write down these kind of thoughts about naval. what decompression actually does. Because the thing is, genuinely, something that would fix a lot of the problems is just decompression. Just move a few of the 7.0s up to 7.3, 7.7 and you've solved a lot of it already. It's Shoner is using his main guns against the aircraft apparently. But we're just gonna sit back now and see if an enemy aircraft spawns. Sadly, the Douglas doesn't have any kind of search radar. But oh well. There was an enemy Akuma out there, which doesn't have enough points to spawn into an aircraft. The problem with wanting to play a Douglas in RB, or Naval in general, is that people tend to spawn aircraft as their third or fourth spawn in Naval. So if people don't die, they're never going to spawn an aircraft. Well, no, not really. The American cruisers are very strong, but as I will say, it just moved the 7.0s up. And some of the stronger 6.7s as well. Probably it's just 7.0. And I need to have a good think about what I'd like to be in terms of decompression. Because it's not just battleships that's compressed. Destroyers are decent enough. They could probably do another, like, just a BR bracket jump. Cruisers can also do a bit of a change, because I was in a Roanoke and I just bodied 2 Omahas, which were just 1 BR lower than I was. So they could probably do like another BR bracket increase. And then battleships can definitely do with 2. I shouldn't say bracket, I should just say like a BR jump. I don't really know how to call that. A BR gap? BR increase? BR step? Who knows? BR rung? Yeah, maybe. But the thing is, it's definitely... I mean... That depends. One of the main reasons why SKRs are very dominant is because they're fighting reserve players. And that's really it. If you yourself are a... And again, let me see, I'm trying to think of what destroyers really struggle with SKRs. There's not really that many. Maybe the Japanese ones, probably, because they don't have SAP. And the Italians have low rate of fire, but the SKR is not as much of a threat as people think it is. It's definitely a decent frigate, don't get me wrong. But it's not borderline overpowered as many people claim it is, not in my eyes at least.
180, 2,000 meters.
Target identified. Battle cruiser.
Contact there. 180, 2,000 meters.
Yeah, I need to have a good think about what I'd like to see with decompression. Because another thing that needs to be decompressed is coastal. Mainly the fact that it has to fight destroyers from 2.3 onwards. Yes, Dennis is very laid back in these last 2 matches. Yeah. Yeah, the SKR is really good at starting flooding. And punching a lot of tiny holes into a hole. I've noticed that. It's very annoying.
Light cruiser. Contact there.
And now we just continue to wait for possible aircraft whilst the match slowly ends. Oh, really? Oh, come on.
Left, hard, rudder.
Don't make me get shot by the AIs of a Scharnhorst and die that way.
Repair parties to station. Steady as she goes.
It'll be one very annoying way to get out in the ship. So let's get closer to land. So that doesn't make me immune from HETF. There we go. Should be in the clear again.
Alert! Obstacle ahead!
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Engine, all back.
Battle cruiser. Contact bearing 160, 3,000 meters.
Right, hard, rudder.
Right hard rudder, aye aye.
Engine, all stop.
Battle cruiser. Contact bearing 160, 3,000 meters.
And we wait for possible air contacts.
Holding course, aye aye.
But if the enemy doesn't get sunk, we will not see any aircraft. This thing is he's just gonna spawn a backup Sharn, isn't he?
Contact bearing 160, 3,000 meters.
Right, standard rudder.
Right standard rudder, aye aye.
Yep. Still no aircraft. And that will be match soon.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Pull right over.
Right hard rudder, aye aye.
Slowly but surely, those tickets are going. And there we go.
Steady as she goes.
A rather disappointing defeat, really. Well, not really disappointing, more like expected. But yeah. So yeah, that is USS Roanoke. And 6-0s in general. They can be very fun if matchmaking favors you, and if it doesn't, you get matches like that, where you just get ruffle stomped by 7-0s, especially if you're trying to play in a squad. But it really is a shame, because a lot of 6-0 cruisers are fun ships. They are pretty fun, they look cool, they're the pinnacle of the cruisers in many tech trees, and they do have some very interesting ships. And thank you for the subscription there, Vitor, if that is how you pronounce it. But yeah, that's it. For next week, as I've said, if we get the update, I'll be doing update stuff. If we don't get the update, I'll be going back to more French coastal grinding, which I think next week, if we do that, will be less a prise. Then I can use the premium VLT and just get the rest. But yeah, so either more French coastal or we get the update. So, thank you all for watching, and I should be back next week around this time again.